It's 11 trivia questions on classic cartoon trivia. How many of these animated adventures do you know? This is Trivia with Buds. What it be, and welcome to another episode of the Trivia with Buds podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Buds. Thank you so much for checking out the show. Today's episode is all about classic cartoons, which should be a ton of fun. People at my live trivia nights last week loved this round, and people did pretty well on it. So we got 11 questions for you, and before we dive into the meat of the episode, until we get to the trivia portion of the episode, we do have this quick intro that I kick off all the episodes with, where I do some announcements and some fun facts and things like that. But for today's intro, I am going to be doing an impression of a certain classic cartoon character. My daughter Annabelle and I were driving around the other day, and I was talking in a funny voice, and she said, Dad, your voice sounds exactly like Rabbit from Winnie the Pooh. So I don't know if you watched a lot of Winnie the Pooh growing up, but the more I talked like him, the more I'm like, I guess I do kind of sound like that. I have like the same tone of voice as Rabbit from the 100 Acre Wood. So I'm going to read you some quotes that I found on a long list of quotes from Rabbit and the Mini Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, so you can have fun listening to me talk like Rabbit for just a minute or two. Here we go. Messy, it's ruined, Tigger, why won't you ever stop bouncing? There you go. Here's another one. I've got a splendid idea. Now listen, we'll take Tigger for a long explore. See, somewhere he's never been before. Then we'll lose him there. Wow, that's kind of mean. That was some sick planning from Rabbit. He wants to lose Tigger in the woods. And let's see, here we go. Oh, we'll find him again the next morning, and mark my words, he'll be a humble Tigger, a small and sad Tigger, and oh, Rabbit, am I glad to see you, Tigger. And it'll bounce and bounce and bounce it out of him. That's what. Now, all in favor, say aye. All right, and let's just do a couple more here. Rabbit does not like Tigger. We've learned about these quotes. Let's do like two more. Here we go. He's talking about playing poo sticks, okay? All right, now the first stick to pass all the way under the bridge wins. Now on your marks, get set, roo. We must all start together. Oh dear, now where was I? Oh yes, on your marks, get set, go. And here's one more. Here we go. Let's see. Pooh, when I say now, you can drop it. Eeyore, when I say now, Pooh will drop the stone. Are you ready? One, two, now. There you go. So those are my readings of Rabbit lines from Winnie the Pooh. I hope you got a chuckle out of that, or you just fast forwarded it and you're already listening to the trivia for classic cartoons. Thank you, Annabelle, for pointing out that I sound like the biggest curmudgeon from this show, Winnie the Pooh. All right, we're going to jump into these questions right now. I've got 11 of them for you. Write down the answers, yell them out, play against someone you love, whatever you want to do. This show is for you. Just don't act like a Tigger, because my inner Rabbit will come out and scream at you through your radio or headphones. We're going to jump into that questions right now. Here we go. Here we go, guys. Classic cartoons. Question number 1. Who was the original voice of Mickey Mouse? Question number 1. Classic cartoons. Who was the original voice of Mickey Mouse? Question number 2, what kind of creature was Casper McFadden, who was created in 1939? Question number 2, what kind of creature was Casper McFadden, who was created in 1939? Question number 3, Sea Hag, Bluto, and Poop Deck Pappy were all characters in what franchise? Number 3, Sea Hag, Bluto, and Poop Deck Pappy were all characters in what franchise? Question number 4, what color hair did Betty Rubble have? Number 4, what color hair did Betty Rubble have? Question number 5, what character had a sidekick named Commander K9, the Space Dog? Number 5, what character had a sidekick named Commander K9, the Space Dog? Question number 6, which one of the following did Boo Boo Bear usually wear? Was it a bow tie, a hat, or a scarf? Number 6, which one of the following did Boo Boo Bear usually wear? Was it bow tie, hat, or scarf? Question number 7, what Nickelodeon show took place in O-Town? Number 7, what Nickelodeon show took place in O-Town? Question number 8, who was Boris's Russian counterpart on the adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle? Number 8, who was Boris's Russian counterpart on the adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle? Number 9, what kind of animal was the Looney Tunes character Foghorn Leghorn? Number 9, what kind of animal was Foghorn Leghorn? Question number 10, what state did King of the Hill take place in? Number 10, what state did King of the Hill take place in? And your bonus question for 2 points, what Hanna-Barbera show featured characters named Benny the Ball, Choo Choo, and Brain? That's a tough one. For 2 points, what Hanna-Barbera show featured characters named Benny the Ball, Choo Choo, and Brain? Those are your questions for Classic Cartoon Trivia. We'll be right back in just a second with the Classic Cartoon answers. It's me, Rabbit, from The Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, and we're back with the answers to Classic Cartoon Trivia. Just kidding, I can't do that the whole time. Number 1, who is the original voice of Mickey Mouse? That was Walt Disney. Number 1, Walt Disney. Number 2, what kind of creature was Casper McFadden, who was created in 1939? I tried to throw you off with the last name, but it was Casper the Ghost. He was a ghost. His last name, McFadden. Number 3, Sea Hag, Bluto, and Poop Deck Pappy are all terrible stripper names, and they were characters in what franchise? That was Popeye. Popeye the Sailor. Number 4, what color hair did Betty Rubble have? She had black hair, married to Barney, next door to Fred and Wilma. Number 5, what character had a sidekick named Commander K9, the space dog? That was Marvin the Martian. Number 5, Marvin the Martian. Tough question, unless you really know M. Number 6, which one of the following did Boo Boo Bear usually wear? A bow tie, a hat, or a scarf? He wore a bow tie, Yogi. Number 6. Number 7, what Nickelodeon show took place in O-Town? That was Rocko's Modern Life. Number 7, Rocko's Modern Life. Number 8, who was Boris's Russian counterpart on the adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle? That was Natasha. Boris and Natasha were always after moose and squirrel. Number 9, what kind of animal was the Looney Tunes character Foghorn Leghorn? He was a big, stuttering rooster. Number 9. Number 10, what state did King of the Hill take place in? That was the southern state of Texas. Number 10, Texas. And your bonus for 2 points, what Hanna-Barbera character featured, what Hanna-Barbera show featured characters named Benny the Ball, Choo Choo, and Brain? The answer there was Top Cat. Very tough question. Top Cat, only 2 or 3 seasons from the 70s in the Hanna-Barbera universe. That is today's episode, guys, on Classic Cartoons. I hope you had fun playing along and listening to the show. If you want to throw a few bucks my way to support the show and help us grow bigger and better every day, go to patreon.com/triviawithbuds. Join the almost 60 other people who get a kick out of the show enough to throw a buck or two at it every single month. And if you're looking for rewards for November, get ready, because I'm sending rewards for November and December out in the next week. As soon as I get done with this big, crazy weekend here, I will send out some very cool stuff just for you, and we'll start fresh with new rewards, a new newsletter, and all kinds of cool stuff in January 2020. Also, I will be making a brand new Excel chart to have you guys document the picks of topics you'd like to do for everybody who donates $5 or more per month. So be on the lookout for that. It's time for the question of the day, brought to you by Funky Monkey Designs of San Dimas, California, fmdesignsinc.com. If you need anything printed, check them out. What was Billy Joel's first top 40 hit? Tweet me your answer at RyanBuds or email ryanbuds@gmail.com to be eligible for a prize. Yesterday's question of the day answer was caution for the yellow flag in auto racing, and your trivia team name of the day is Lance Bass Pro Shop. Lance Bass Pro Shop. That's a fun one. Thank you guys for listening. Thanks for telling a friend, and we'll see you tomorrow for more Trivia with Buds. Cheers.